Welcome to a new video. Today we'll be doing Barry Loser Part 3. Let's get into it. So, you know Barry Loser from yesterday and that other yesterday? Yeah, this is Part 3. So let's start. I thought I told you to take that nose off, Barry and Tita, Mr. Hobbit said in art, where we were supposed to be doing drawing. What was right in front of us? My picture was a really long nose going off into the distance with the wall behind it, which is probably the most boring drawing in the history of world. Amen. At lunch, Bunky didn't want to sit opposite me because of my nose taking up so much space in front of me. There was just an empty chair. Having lunch with your invisible friend, Barry Nose, said Darren, queuing up for his Funko and chips. Ha ha, yeah, chuckled Bunky, leaning over to Anton Mildrew. Look, Anton, Barry's having lunch with his invisible friend. He laughed, but Anton didn't join in because he actually has got an invisible friend and it gets jealous when other people's time goes slower. The longer your nose is, that afternoon was my slowest one ever times 10, Bunky. Bunky tried to cheer me up on the walk home by ripping off my nose off and putting it round his neck, pretending he was Granny Harrowdunk with one of her scarves. Oh, where did I put my glasses so I can watch Future Ratman, he said, and I laughed for the first time all day, my head feeling light from the no-nose. The Darren appeared behind all of us, snuffling from running with his frunkle belly, and started throwing wrinkles at me and started singing his loser song, which ruined my life all over again. Barry Longlegs. Because it's been sunny, the next day before when I woke up the next morning, I had a tan everywhere except where my fake nose had been. I was worried. Darren might call me Barry Palnose or something. So I decided I'd distract him with one of my genius plans. Before my granddad got really old, his job was going round at midnight changing the broken light bulbs in the lamp posts using stilts instead of a ladder. Regular. So these are the lights he's fixing. These ones there. Love that. Yeah. So it is regular, coin boy, old spiky light, flashlight, and the first or the Mr. Edges. Never trust a ladder, Barry. He'd shouts down at me in front of his stilts, wobbling and waving his arms like as the light bulbs dropping everywhere and smashing everywhere. When they sacked him, he gave me to the stilts, which is why I was walking to school with them right now. Morning, I shouted down at Bunky in the invisible granddad voice, and he looked around, but all he could see were still legs and no more. Invisible granddad, is that you? He said, and I couldn't tell if he was serious. Granny Hagfrog, you told me you think she's unkilled, I said, trying to sound scary. I'm sorry, Invisible Granddad, I won't do it again, Bunky said, and he looked up at me and shouted, Not! Race to school, I said, about 3 steps. That was Bunky running as fast as he could, taking 9 hours. So this is the longer legs that they said in the notes. So this is the longer legs one. What's all this crazy business, he said, Hopod, when I came into the classroom. It's my new look, I shouted down at him. Kill times 10 or what? Outside now, loser, he shouted, pointing Donatella and looking at Sharonella. That's not fair, cried Donatella, and she burst into tears. Tracy Pilcard ran over, screeching, and they all cuddled each other until Tracy Pilchard noticed Sharonella's new hairband, and they started talking about that instead. that was about as good as the morning he got for me. With the what? Mr. Hedgepodge explaining for the billionth time to the cool girls about his crossed eyes and bent finger, then making fun of me, stand outside for the whole week of the rest of the lesson like I was a tree. Mr. Hoppers, it's raining, I shouted. Mr. Hoppage, it's raining, I shouted after 19 hours. Even though it wasn't, but he's too busy telling Stuart to stop flicking his bogies at Josie and Twigs to hear me. Darren, who sits in the back row, had turned his chair around and was staring at me through the glass. Mr. Hoppodge, it's raining, he mouthed in Luscious way, waving his arms like branches, which got me worried that I was what? I looked like so for the rest of the lesson. I kept quiet and made up a story in my head about a tree falling on him. At lunch, I could see down everybody's lunch boxes because of how tall I was, which actually was really boring. Here, ducky, ducky, Bunky was saying, throwing bits of food into my mouth, but missing half of it, landing Sharonella's hair, which was on top of her stupid head. Sharonella's got sandwiches and crisps in her hair, Barry's stupid legs, Tracy Pilchard shouted at me from the ground, and I was worried she could see the bogies up my nostrils. Look at all this food in her. Crisps and sandwiches. Ha ha, Barry's stupid legs, laughed Bunky, and I stepped on his toe with my stilt. Then I said, sorry, then whispered, It was games in the afternoon, which was really easy because we were doing running. Work those stilts, loser! Mr. Coops, the sports teacher, was shouting through his megaphone. I felt pretty cool because usually he doesn't even know who I am. What's this, Mr. Coops? Darren said, and he made his little legs go as fast as he could, but I still beat him easily with one step. No banana, Darylowski shouted Mr. Coop, which is one of his favourite catchphrases. I've never seen him with anyone actually bananas, though, so it's lucky no one ever runs fast enough to win one. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.